Hello, welcome to another episode of Tech is Our Passion. Today we are diving into the world of managed services and how SMB and mid market businesses can stop thinking of IT as a cost center and start seeing it as a growth engine. With us today is Venkat Bonam, Director of Global Delivery at Amzur Infotech. Venkat brings decades of experience delivering custom software, AI, ML, ERP, and managed services across verticals like healthcare, retail, and energy. So, I'm welcoming Venkat. Can you please tell us about your journey and experience?
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me, Josna. Uh, Hi, guys. I am Venkat Bonam, Director of Global Delivery at Amzur Infotech, where I lead managed services practice. So, spanning off from testing and infra operations, these are the main two practices being part of this. So, I carry more than close to 25 years of experience in global delivery of project management, managed services, and I specialize in driving, especially on the enabled of the automation part agile and lean practices to help clients in healthcare, manufacturing, and other public sector as well. So main motto is that faster time to value and higher quality. That was the thing. So one interesting thing is that I'm so passionate about continuous innovation and turning technology into tangible business outcomes, right? So especially this topic, I'm deeply passionate about it. Managed services has evolved a lot, and today they are no longer just about keeping the lights on, right? They're becoming a major drive of business innovation and resilience. So I think the perception of managed services is a long overdue for a reset, especially in the SMB space. So I'm
Yeah,
looking forward.
right. Yes, exactly. You're right, Venkat. We want to know about, see, there are many technology advancement in the market. So, how have technology demand evolved for mid-sized businesses in the last few years?
Yeah. So traditionally, if you look at it, managed services was seen as a way to just cut IT costs, like for example, outsourcing support, infrastructure, help desk, all those things. But today, it is more strategic. So the biggest change has been the shift from IT being a support function to becoming a growth enabler. So today, if you look at the businesses, they're expecting to be always on digitally connected and data driven, regardless of the size, whether it is mid-size or small segment, right? Especially the mid-sized firms are dealing with cloud migrations, cybersecurity mandates, hybrid work, and customer expectations that rival large enterprises. But unlike large corporations, they don't have always have an in-house capacity for every area, right? Whether it is cloud or DevOps or monitoring or data analytics, those kind of areas. So this is where the managed services step in, bringing in scale, expertise, and speed without the overhead. So basically, in simple words, I could say it's not a necessity. It is a necessity now, not an option anymore.
Yeah, right. So obviously, see, we are living in a transforming world. So there are so many challenges, ups and downs in the industry. So what specific industry challenges are you seeing businesses solve through managed services?
Yeah. Uh, as I worked in healthcare, retail, and energy, I would cover more on these areas. So basically, you know that each domain we work in has definitely has unique challenges. But common themes like security, uptime, compliance, and efficiency, these are the most frequently happen challenges that I could across see in healthcare, retail, and energy domains. For example, in healthcare, the focus is on maintaining the HIPAA compliant infrastructure, handling large data sets securely, and ensuring uptime of for health telehealth, right? And for example, if you see in retail domain, it's about real-time visibility into inventory, omni-channel support, and security systems, especially as more SMB retailers embrace in e-commerce. And comes to the energy domain, we help with infrastructure monitoring, real-time alerting, and predictive maintenance using IoT and analytics. So these aren't one-time fixes; they are going operational needs, and managed services brings a continuous layer of reliability and optimization for these challenges.
Yes, as we talking about the challenges in various domains. So see, every domain have a different kind of challenges and uncertainties. So in commenting on that, with economics uncertainty still looming, how do managed services help businesses maintain stability?
Yeah, so I would say they provide three major stability layers. First one is cost predictability, resilience, and elasticity. So comes with the cost predictability. Basically, you are moving from capex to the opex. So you pay for what you need, not for the entirety. And coming to the resilience, through 24 by 7 monitoring, proactive patching, and disaster recovery readiness, these are the main aspects that we need to look into it. And elasticity, you can scale services up or down quickly based on the demand. So which means that in uncertain times, this makes a huge difference. So looking at these three areas, so you don't want to overstep or undeliver. So managed services let you optimize both risk and spend while staying on the agile area.
Yeah, true. See, if we are talking about the cost, we all know that we are if we are working with the client partners and if the company is doing the businesses, we all know that how we can go for the cost savings and ROI. So we want to know in managed services, how do you measure the actual ROI of managed services beyond the obvious cost of savings?
Yeah, so it's very interesting because for everyone, ROI is more important, right? So I would say we look beyond the financial metrics, right? Not just only the financial metrics. For example, mainly we concentrate on reducing the downtime, so which directly impacts the revenue and as well as the customer experience. And second thing is that faster issue resolution and the fewer escalations. This is more important aspect. And accelerated release cycles and deployment frequency, improved compliance posture and audience readiness. And last one is that reduction in employee churn from burnout due to the operations firefighting and all those things. For instance, we helped a retail client improve response time by 40% and reduce unflagged outages to almost nearly to the zero. So that's a tangible value, even if it's not a line item in the budget that they have planned for.
Yeah, exactly. So, see, we are doing so many changes in our clients and their services to get a better response or get a more productivity. So, what transformation have you seen in client businesses after implementing the managed services from your side?
Yeah, in my experience, clients become more forward-thinking these days, right? Instead of firefighting infrastructure issues, their internal teams focus on innovation, launching new digital products, enhancing customer experience, and optimizing internal processes. So, one of our clients restructured their entire IT completely from managed services, stabilizing their core operations, right? So they repurpose their internal IT team to focus on business outcomes and automation and all those things, unlocking more value than they thought possible actually. So we got a very good feedback on that area as well from the client.
Yeah, great. So, see, if we are talking about the innovation and if we are talking about the changement you have already done, can you please elaborate these like major things about how does having managed services support innovation within a company?
Yeah, so innovation is required for every practice at any point of time, right? So basically, innovation does not thrive in chaos, in my opinion, right? When core systems are unstable or all IT resources are reactive, right? It's hard to think creatively. So managed services free up your time, so reduce distractions and bring in tools and capabilities that may not exist internally, like observability platforms, automation tool chains, or DevOps practices and all those things. So they also bring cross-industry best practices as well, helping clients leapfrog into modern operating models faster. So your internal team, by doing all these things, your internal team can then redirect efforts towards launching new services, exploring new revenue streams, and experimenting with emerging technologies that are there in the market.
Yeah, exactly. See, obviously, if you are talking about the internal teams, and there are many teams, you already handle like 50 or 100 people in a time. So there are some like challenges in this. Obviously, we are working in this, and if we have a deployment issues and some releases issues. So I want to know how should businesses balance internal IT teams with managed service partners?
Yeah, that's a very good question because as I already covered some of the points in my earlier question. So basically, I should say it should be a collaborative model, not a replacement. So basically, the internal team should own the business alignment, strategy, and critical applications as well. And managed services can take over the platform maintenance, routine operations, user support, and even specific areas like infra operations, like that. So the collaborative model definitely creates a room for the IT leaders to play a more strategic role, acting as an innovation partners to the business rather than just the technical firefighters. That's how we can balance both the internal teams with the managed services partners.
Yes, sure, Wicked. See, oh, you already tell us what is the transition we can do and how we can go for it. But any other special advice you can give on ensuring a smooth transition when adopting managed services?
Yeah, I would say we should start with a clear charter, define outcomes, not just tasks. That's what I generally do at my organization. So have strong onboarding, including knowledge transition and stakeholder alignment. Identify low risk areas to start, like monitoring, help desk, and all those things. And most importantly, communicate openly with your teams, right? Emphasizing that this is about enhancing the capability, not about just cutting their jobs, right? So lastly, I would say assign internal champions who can act as the connectors between your teams and the partner. So this ensures faster integration and the cultural alignment as well. That definitely gives a lot of results when you do this collaboration model, keeping the collaboration model aspect into the minds.
Yeah, exactly. See, obviously, AI is a booming sector right now, and they
Yeah.
are all the companies are using AI and automation changing. How do you see as AI and automation changing the managed services landscape?
Yeah, so AI is happening everywhere, right? Everywhere, and same case goes with managed services as well. So AI and automation has already been transforming the space in the managed services area, right? So we now have platforms where AI can handle all the L1 issues, alert correlation, detect anomalies in real time, recommend fixes, and even automate some of the basic incidents, redeeming the basic incidents of the L1 issues as well. So if you look at it from that perspective, L1 support is increasingly handling by the virtual agents. What I could see in some of the places, this has been happening, and also we have started these kind of things at Amzur as well. So AI-driven analytics help clients definitely to forecast the users' patterns, predict the downtime, and automate provisioning as well. And in my opinion, I would say, with my experience, in 3 to 5 years, definitely we will see a shift from SLAs to experience level agreements and outcome based pricing powered by intelligent operations.
Yeah, that's great. Obviously, you already told us you're working from last 25 years. It's a big years. So I know there are many challenges and there are many stories. Can you please share us a story about a challenging implementation that ended up being a particular successful?
Yeah, there are so many incidents. Maybe I will talk about the recent ones that has happened at us. Definitely, a healthcare company has approached us during the uh, pandemic time with an overwhelmed IT setup, right? They had growing demand, scattered infrastructure, no central monitoring and compliance risks as well. So what we did is that we took over their entire infra operations and support and implemented the automated alerting, set up a single pane dashboards, and introduced ticket prioritization, all these things. And recently, we started off doing some of these things automations by using the AI as well to the same client, right? So recently, what we have observed is that after doing these kind of changes and all those things using the AI as well, we have reduced the incidents almost close to 40 to 50% and improved the SLA compliance almost from earlier it was used to be at 60% kind of a thing to 85% to 90% now. And we created a breathing room for these IT team so that they can focus more on the digital health initiatives and innovatives that has been happening at their organization. So it is a huge turnaround time, and it was very, very successful in nature. And now we are planning to start more of these AI factors also into the to the same area, and we are expecting more results coming out of it. And most importantly, the client is so happy, and that is what the main thing that we could see from this story.
Yes, Venkat. See, obviously, we are talking about large team and clients. So there might be some security concerns, and there are some challenges in safe their data-driven things. So, what is the biggest security concern in businesses have about the managed services, and how you address them?
Okay, top concerns, I would say data privacy, unauthorized access, and vendor locking. There might be more actually, but from my way of looking at it, I could see these are the three areas: data privacy, unauthorized access, and the vendor locking. These are the three top concerns I could see. So what we do, what we did to mitigate these things is that we need to use a zero trust access models, those kind of a thing, and ensuring secure onboarding and offboarding of users and systems, and maintaining audit trails for every action that we do, and having the residency and encryption policies in place as well, and aligning with the standards like HIPAA, SOC 2, ISO, and other standards that has been very much required. Because these are all part and parcel of our organization as we've been working with different domains, as I mentioned at the start of the conversation, on the healthcare side, energy, and the retail as well. So we made sure that we have been certified on those areas, and that we are always aligned to these standards to maintain these certifications as well. So we also educate our clients on this shared responsibility, right? It is not about just partners thing has to do all this kind of a thing. It has to be a shared responsibility. So what we secure and what they should control these kind of things. This is what I could see.
Yeah, exactly. See, if you are talking about the government's models like HIPAA and certifications and ISO, we know that if you're working in a healthcare or retail sectors, we need to maintain so many documents and retail sectors, governance models, like government authorities, we need to take so many applications from them. So, for companies concerned about losing control or oversight, what governance model work best for them?
Yeah, I would recommend transparency and co-governance. Simple way.
Yes.
Basically, transparency and co-governance definitely will help a lot in doing streamlining the processes and making sure that everything is being going as per the plan. For example, when I say transparency and governance, I would say weekly and monthly reviews definitely should happen, and there should be shared dashboards for transparency and joint planning for roadmap alignment as well. And definitely the partner should be part of those roadmap alignments as well, and defined escalation matrices and risk management workflows. So primarily, these are the four areas definitely we need to focus on. So the reason being, I would say, is that governance is not just about controlling it, right? It's about, as I always been talking from the start of the conversation, that it's all about collaboration and trust building, right? So we make sure the clients always feel informed and empowered as well. So in simple words, it's a partnership, not a replacement, as I said earlier as well.
Exactly. So we're talking about the human, like obviously there are AI, there are automations. So how do you maintain the human touch in service delivery when so much being is automated?
Yeah. So people talk about automation, AI, and all these things. Definitely, human touch should be always there, right? frankly speaking, it's a great question, right? The reason being, automation always handles the task, but humans build the trust, right? Which is very,
Exactly.
very important when we work as a partnership with our others. So at Amjur, we assign the dedicated relationship managers as the single point of contacts for the clients, and we hold regular check-ins, feedback loops, and QBRs as well. And most importantly, that the human touch comes from understanding the context, being empathetic during incidents, and acting as partners, not just as support agents where we can just do the support and all those things. We are just being part of them as a collaborative approach.
Yes, thank you. The other thing I want to know from yourself, there are many technologies coming on in the market. So, which technology are you most excited about incorporating in managed services?
So a lot of changes been happening in the market, but at this point of time, I'm excited about AIOps and GenAI. These are the areas where we have been working more on these things. So GenAI is for self-healing the systems, and low-code operation, low-code is one of the other area where we can all orchestrate for building the custom operation workflows.
Mainly, these will reduce the manual effort and increase the reliability. AI-powered observability and the synthetic monitoring will definitely change how we perceive the system health and user experience.
So, see, if we are talking about the partnership, if we are talking about the clients, if we are talking about the developing businesses, so what kind of advice or the main skills should learn businesses be developing internally to get the most from their managed services partnership?
So, in my opinion, I feel that they should invest in vendor management, data literacy, automation readiness, those kind of stuff. For example, vendor management at a strategic sourcing, right, and the data literacy to consume dashboards and as well as the insights. And when it comes to the automation readiness, being able to work with bots and AI is more important going forward. And definitely the collaborative leadership is one of the main aspect, as I was talking from the beginning of the conversation, right? So that this will give an alignment of the internal team as well as the external teams, definitely. So encourage the collaboration between the business and IT. Think of managed services as a capability augmentation and not any more of just an outsourcing partnership.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we all work on a future roadmap or a product roadmap. So, how do you see the managed services industry evolving in next 5 years?
So it will evolve into adaptive service ecosystems powered by AI, backed by cross-functional skills, and centered around outcomes, not anymore just the tasks, right? So we will move from break fixing models to strategic co-innovation hubs. Outcome-based pricing will definitely replace the resource-based billing as well. So the mainly the distinction between the product and services will definitely blur, in my opinion, right? MSPs will definitely co-innovate with the clients, embedding into their digital transformation initiatives.
Yeah, great. So, obviously, if you're talking about the leadership and if you're talking about the management, you feel that leadership and management and this higher project management skills will work out in this we need to implement to for client services.
Absolutely. Leadership and strategic project management are at the heart of any successful managed services model, right? It's not just about the technical skills, it's about the vision, the stakeholder alignment, communication, and the outcome orientation, all those things. So, when leaders understand how to balance internal priorities with the partner collaboration, that's when the real value gets come out of it. And also managing through SLA governance and roadmaps requires project leadership and not just operations oversight. So yes, definitely these order leadership and the project management capabilities are critical, and they ensure that the services are not only delivered efficiently but also aligned with long-term business goals as well.
Sure, sure. Yes, thank you so much, Venkat, for the very informative session. One last and the final statement, you want to add anything for this for our viewers so that they can have a good gist about this?
Sure. If I were to sum it up, managed services are no longer a support function; they are a growth strategy, right? It's about choosing the right partner who understands your business, aligns with your goals, and brings the right mix of expertise, technology, and the agility as well. When done right, managed services don't just reduce the operational burden; they create the space for innovation, scalability, and resilience as well. So whether you are just starting or scaling, look at managed services as a way to amplify your internal strengths and future-proof your business as well, right? The reason why I'm saying that not just about reducing the headcount or just saving the money, right? That's it. This is my opinion, and thanks for listening to us. And looking forward to work with all of you. And I wish you a good luck.
Thank you, Venkat. It was a very informative and value added episode with you. And at the last, for the viewers, that's a wrap on today's episode of Tech is Our Passion. If you found this discussion on managed services valuable, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Stay passionate and see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.